everyone, Stacy here from Dies to Die For. Welcome to our Thursday night videos. Tonight I'm taking a card that's one of my favorite, simplest cards to make and showing you guys how I made it, and then we're going to try to make a slimline out of it also. So let's get started. I chose this card tonight because we're still working on basic, easy to do cards, but this one shows a little bit of inking on it. And I'm doing it in different colors than what I originally had done it. I'm doing a pink background and I'm doing a white flower on this. But let me show you what I did to the flowers. This flower is from our flower mat set. And all I did, again, I kept them together to make kind of a frame. And I cut them all out. Then I took each individual flower and I inked them. For the original card, I picked up each flower and I went around it like this to ink it. And then I also made sure to get the inside, which is a little bit difficult. I do think on the original flower I used a blending tool. That's how I did that. But on this set that we're doing tonight, I thought, I wonder how it would work if I just laid it on the paper and went around it. And it did seem to be a little easier, but the ink goes on a whole lot heavier. Plus, this is a brand new ink pad that I'm using, so it's nice and dark, which I don't actually mind. I kind of like the darker gray on the white. Okay, just like that. Then you're going to take and stack your layers back together to put your glue on them. There we go. I already stacked most of them. This flower mat is a lot of fun. We came out with this last Mother's Day. And the little, if you cut them out as like a solid mat, they make a really cute cloud. Okay, last layer. And we're gonna get some glue on it. When I do these, I don't try to go around each individual layer. I just kind of go like that, because I think that is plenty of glue to hold it. Make sure you get at least a dab on each piece. It's a little bit faster to do it this way than to try to go around each piece, because there are a lot of layers on this. I don't even know how many layers are. 1, 2. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 layers. Almost done with our gluing. This is why I always try to have all the background pieces glued and down before I show a video, but I wanted to show you the inking process tonight first. Or how I do the inking anyway. Okay. Now just take them and flip them over and get them as centered as possible. Most of my stores that carry our dies, or some customers probably recognize this card, because this is I think this is the easiest card that I've made, so I tend to make a lot of them and send them out as thank yous, because I appreciate all of you. Without you guys, our company would not exist and we would not be where we are. So thank you for that. And yes, I still have the curly mat. Before you guys think, oh, she forgot it again. No, I didn't. I'm actually pre-recording all of these videos because next week I have some classes, virtual classes that I need to go to to learn some techniques for you guys so I can show you some different things. I think we're doing a class with Prima, Ranger. There's like 9 different classes, so I'm sure I'm gonna learn all kinds of fun things to bring back to you guys. Then I used our crayon heart die. Where is it? Right there. And I cut that out. And I cut it in gray. I don't know if I really, yeah, I think the gray. I should have maybe done it in pink. But we're going with gray. Or maybe get a pink ink pad and go around the gray to make it stand out a little bit more. That would have been an option. Then I used our thank you word and just cut that out and laid it on there. See how nice and quick and simple that is for a thank you card? There is a little bit of time into inking all the layers, but usually when I make them multiples at a time, and I just lay all the layers out and ink them quick, and super, super easy. Now I'm gonna go around the pink a little bit with some ink. If I'm using ink on a card, on the inside of the card, I always try to go around the outside edges with whatever color ink it was I used, just to add a little interest. All done with that card, super quick. Now, let's figure out a slimline. We'll leave that one there. Using the same dies. I already started thinking about it and trying to figure it out, because I don't want to have to keep getting up and walking behind to our shipping area to get dies. So I wanted all the dies I might use up here. So I have my card base, and this again is going to be I'm using a 4 by 8.5 slimline card tonight. And then I cut a pink piece out, and then because there's really not much that you can do to change this card up to make it a slimline. If you just put that flower in the center, you could do that, but it'd be kind of boring on the edges. So I decided to take my scallop edge dies, and the scalloped edge comes in a set of three different sizes. This is the larger size, but I do have a set that had 2 together, and I thought, oh, I wonder how that would look. So I taped the 2 down, and I cut this side out. And then to cut this side out, I don't see it here, so I might have left it, but I took this edge right here that was left, and I lined that up over here, and then laid this on there so that it lined up exactly where it was cut on this side, if that makes sense to you guys. Let me look and see if I have that piece. I don't, but so you're just gonna have to visualize it, that I wanted them to be equal. So let's cut this out real quick. I just didn't want to cut this without showing you how I did it. Goes my glue. And I'm going to cut off screen real quick, just because the die machine is so big and bulky to put on my mat. Okay. And yes, my mat is nice and curled. This is the new mat that I started using for the 25 dies of Christmas, like halfway through. We go through mats like crazy. And yes, I do flip them and spin them, and they still warp on me. Just to pre-answer everyone's questions on that. Okay, take my purple tape off. And then the purple tape, whenever I'm using purple tape to hold something down on a piece of paper, I always, like, if I have a sweater on that's fuzzy or my carpet, I will stick it on that so that you get the fuzz on there, so it doesn't tear. It's not that sticky, it doesn't tear off the top layer of your paper. Just a quick little tip. Okay, when you cut it out like that, then you have the 3 pieces left. This is the piece that I took to line this, from this side to line this side up, so that they would be perfectly centered. Now that I can show you that. Where is this piece from? Oh, I found it now that the cutting's done. Never mind. Okay, we're gonna ink the scalloped edges on this. And then I am going to use these pieces as well. So I'm going to ink those really quick, just because I thought it would be kind of cool to use them both and make it match up with the flower mat that you just cut in the multiple layers in the same color. At first I was going to cut the sides in a different color, and I thought, nope, I want it to match up and look similar. Okay. Hopefully I'm still talking loud enough in this video for everyone to hear me. We're going to glue our centerpiece down. And then kind of, let's see. I think that looks about centered. We're going to get some glue on the back of our little pieces too. And I have not stuck that down really good yet because I'm not 100% sure that's where I want it until I get these pieces on. Yeah, I think it looks good. So this might have to come down just a hair. Let's stick that down. Stick that on there. You could also, if you wanted to, move this over a little bit and leave a little space in there so you see some white through it. Might look kind of cool. Actually, I really like that. Well, wasn't that a good idea? Okay, let's set our base aside for a minute. And then I have our flowers that I've already inked the edge the same way. Oh, come on. And put them all together. And we're just going to add some glue to them. I know. Fun watching me glue stuff again. Sorry, I couldn't glue this down beforehand because I had to show you guys how to cut the scallops, or how I cut the scallops anyway. You can cut them however you want. That's just how I cut them. Again, this is a super simple card. Only used 3 die sets on it. And like I said in Tuesday, the video for Tuesday night, I always add something of interest in the background or matte things. So this is my something of interest for the background. Now they're all stuck together. Okay. Sometimes when I pick them up, it doesn't work so well, so I just put them on there individually. Get that. I think that's about center. That's probably where I want it. Second layer. And these I inked the same exact way that I did the first card. I just laid it down on my little clipboard here and went around it. like the pink on, with the white flower on the pink. And we're almost done with our layers here. These kind of slid, so I can probably put these on in one piece. Hopefully I'm on the screen and I'm not down too low. I also ordered more equipment so I could have something in front of me and see exactly where I'm at on the screen. And when I do lives, hopefully I'll be able to answer people also. Because when we do a live, my son doesn't always like to tell me what you guys are saying. I think he's a little camera shy, and I try to tell him, just tell me, and he'll be over in the background like trying to do some kind of his own sign language or something to me. Okay, and again, if I had a pink ink pad, I would probably go around this heart in pink. We got our crayon heart again. And then on this one, instead of using the thank you, since it's time for everybody to be doing their Valentine's cards, I use the be mine word. Thought I'd switch that up a little bit. And then the words, you're just kind of put the heart on an angle. The words, you're kind of laying the word inside of the heart a little bit. And there is your slimline card, made using the same dies and technique as the A2. All right, that's going to do it for tonight's card. Thank you so much for watching again. If you liked our videos and you want to see future videos, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. And we will see you again next Tuesday night. Hopefully I'll have some new techniques to teach you. Have a great night.